I missed you. I missed your company. I missed feeling like I had some kind of purpose, like I was doing something. And so that's why I'm back. If you are new here, my name is Steph. I have bipolar disorder and I was diagnosed around 8 years ago. Because of that, I had some really severe psychotic episodes. So I do this channel to try to help people. And if you've been through it, to be friends. So it's been rough. I'm going to talk about a few things in this video. One, I've been having a severe crisis of the self and what I want to do with my life. The other is anxiety. I've had a huge situation that affected me and riddled me with anxiety for the last several days. Depression has been very prevalent in my life over the last couple of years. And I didn't realize I had dealt with so much depression in my life, but I always thought, well, I really only have the psychotic episodes. I don't have that much depression, but in reality I do. So kind of recognizing symptoms. But mainly I just want to tell you guys what I'm going through right now because it's really rough. I had a situation at yoga a couple of weeks ago where I got really annoyed with someone in class coughing because they were not covering their mouth. It's hot yoga, so there's a lot of germs. So I kind of bombarded the teacher after class and was like, is there a suggestion box and blah, blah, blah. And I completely didn't even acknowledge one of the yoga teachers because two of the yoga teachers were talking. And then I just came at the other person, and in my rage, I actually thought it would be a great idea to put a big sign on the door that says, if you're sick, don't come to yoga. So I've been really embarrassed and had a lot of anxiety over that. I talked about this in the live, but lives are really hard to watch. So I'm happy to be doing a video for you guys. So that has been causing me a lot of anxiety. I haven't even wanted to go back to yoga. It's been hard to go back to yoga. I have to apologize to this yoga teacher, or I don't know what I will do with myself. I've been obsessing over what this person thinks of me, and have they told the other yoga teachers how awful I acted? And Jeff says, oh, you're just blowing this up in your head. And then I'm like, okay, well, am I having bipolar symptoms and having obsessive thinking? Or am I having bipolar symptoms and having an outburst? Yeah, I think I'm having symptoms of all of it. So it's difficult to discern who I am and all that. So I've been struggling with that. I came back to YouTube and I'm really, really happy about that. But it was a long process getting here. And hang on, it's going to be really annoying. I didn't wash my hair today if you saw my crazy hair. So I've been dealing with that. But one thing that is causing me a lot of stress and anxiety right now is what I wanted to talk to you guys about most, which is I helped somebody 5 years ago. I live in an area that is not the best area, and for whatever reason, I feel I need to help people all the time. I don't know. That is part of my personality, I think. I don't know, but I helped this person because I have been through so much with psychosis. I can see it, I recognize it, and there was somebody that was hanging out in my neighborhood. There are a lot of unhoused people hanging out in my neighborhood. There's a lot of substance abuse. If I walk a block down the street, I might see somebody smoking meth on the side of the road. It's not abnormal here. So I can tell when I see someone that doesn't belong, someone that is clearly in psychosis, walking down the street, talking to themselves, but clearly is nonviolent in what I can see. Not everybody can see that. But I have so much experience, and I have this gut feeling type thing, being an empath, where I can kind of tell. So he wasn't a threat. So I helped get him to the hospital. I did that because I saw him one day smoking meth, and I realized, oh shoot, I didn't know he smoked meth. That's no good. And I don't know if that's just something he does in psychosis and doesn't do at all when he's stable, or if he has some sort of addiction. I think it's something that he only does in psychosis. So I ran into him the other day. I helped get him hospitalized 5 years ago by telling him that They have drugs at the hospital with meth in them. They just don't, it's not the same thing. They just found a way to put crystal meth into a pill. And he said, oh, I can get behind that. And so I took him to the hospital, and he went in the hospital. Called his brother. His brother came and took care of him, and now it's 5 years later, and I see him walking down the street. And I've seen him a couple of times the last few weeks, and I wasn't sure if it was him. But yesterday he's walking down the street straight at me, and I was like, hey, Philippe. And he's like, oh, yeah, Stephanie. And he knew exactly who I was and remembered me. But he is schizophrenic, and he's in an episode right now. And everything that he was saying was not making sense. And the way oh my gosh, my dog's stomach is like making weird noises. He's on my lap, and Kitty's over here too. So you would probably appreciate me editing this video right now, but I just don't have time. It's my birthday, and I really want to put up a video. So yes, I'm really stressed about that. It caused me a lot of sadness to see him on the street, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to reach out to his family at first. I'm like, this guy is wandering the street. What if his family's looking for him? What if his family is exhausted and just doesn't want to deal with him? And what if I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to reach out, because every time that I reached out to Tiffany's family, they wanted nothing to do with her. So I didn't think that, it's hard to know who's going to help and who's not, because not everybody can handle it. So today I see him walking down the street, and I go, oh shoot, there's Philippe. I need to call his brother. And I remember, because I didn't call his brother right away because of those feelings that I just expressed. But I called his brother, and his brother was like, oh God, we've been looking for him for months, because his mom died a couple of months ago. So when you run into him, because he's schizophrenic and he's talking to himself on the street, if you try to have a conversation with him, there will be a lot of words strung together that don't make any sense. And then in between those words will be sentences that make sense. So it's very scattered. His thinking and speaking is very scattered, but you will get things out of him. So what I got out of him from talking to him yesterday was that his mom died a few months ago. He was in the hospital. He was in a rehab place. He was in independent living. He left his brother, walked away from him somehow, but I can see how the trauma could knock him out of his stability from losing his mom a few months ago. So I have no idea what happened. But his brother was very happy to hear from me. And so this morning I went and looked and see if I walked around looking to see if I could find him again. Didn't find him. So called his brother and said, look, I'm happy to put up flyers, because he had mentioned when I talked to him, he wanted to put up flyers. And so I said, if you need me to put up flyers, I'll put up flyers. Just let me know, here's my email address. You can email me a flyer. And so his brother said he's going to come down this weekend and try to find him. But yesterday I was feeling so defeated. I was like, God, this guy's on the street again. Can you really even help anyone? Should family continue to torture themselves, or should they let us be sometimes? I've had so many emotions. On top of that, having anxiety about my behavior at yoga, having anxiety about what I want to do with my life, which direction I want to go, what type of YouTube videos do I want to make? Am I even helping people having an extreme crisis? So that's what's been going on with me. If you've been going through something similar, if maybe you're dealing with obsessive thinking or anxiety over something really, really small in your life and it's just driving you crazy, please comment below and let me know. Okay? I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it made sense. I know I'm kind of all over the place when I tell stories. It's just the way my brain works. But yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye.